On November 28, 1979, Air New Zealand Flight 901, a sightseeing flight to Antarctica that tragically ended in disaster. The McDonnell Douglas DC-10 aircraft, carrying 237 passengers and 20 crew members, crashed into Mount Erebus on Ross Island, Antarctica, killing everyone on board. The crash occurred due to a navigational error. The flight path had been altered by Air New Zealand's operations team without informing the crew. This caused the plane to fly into the mountain under poor visibility conditions, a phenomenon known as whiteout, where the horizon and ground blend together, making obstacles almost invisible. Investigations revealed a combination of pilot error and organizational shortcomings, including inadequate crew briefing and navigation system errors. The aftermath led to significant controversy, including a judicial inquiry led by Justice Peter Mahone, who described Air New Zealand's conduct as an orchestrated litany of lies. This phrase criticized the airline for its lack of accountability. The disaster remains New Zealand's worst aviation accident, prompting changes in airline safety protocols and navigation training. Air New Zealand had been conducting sightseeing flights to Antarctica since 1977, offering passengers a rare opportunity to see the continent. On November 28, 1979, the DC-10 aircraft carrying 257 people, 237 passengers, and 20 crew. The flight plan had been altered the night before, shifting the coordinates of the route without notifying the flight crew. This change placed the plane on a collision course with Mount Erebus instead of the intended flight path over McMurdo Sound. The flight departed from Auckland Airport in the morning. Passengers enjoyed a first-class service, including a champagne breakfast and scenic views. The aircraft descended to 2,000 feet to provide passengers with a better view of the Antarctic landscape. Pilots believed they were flying over the flat expanse of McMurdo Sound due to misleading navigation data and the whiteout conditions, which obscured visual cues. As the plane approached Ross Island, the crew was unaware they were flying directly toward Mount Erebus, a 12,448-foot volcano. The onboard navigation system and the lack of updated information failed to alert the crew of the mountain's presence. Moments before the crash, the ground proximity warning system alerted the crew, but it was too late to take corrective action. At approximately 12:49 p.m., the aircraft struck Mount Erebus at an altitude of 1,467 feet, disintegrating on impact. All 257 people perished instantly. Search and rescue teams, including the United States Antarctic Program, located the wreckage hours later. The crash site was strewn across the snowy slope of Mount Erebus. The tragedy led to the largest single loss of life in New Zealand's history and shocked the nation. Initial investigations blamed pilot error, but a subsequent royal commission led by Justice Peter Mahone exposed systemic failures at Air New Zealand, including the route change without informing the crew. The disaster brought changes to aviation safety practices, including stricter communication protocols and the use of advanced navigation technology like GPS. This tragic accident highlights the importance of clear communication, proper training, and accountability in aviation safety.